Hello, everyone, and welcome to Fiscal Talk. My name is Theodora. I am a marketing manager here at Fiscal Solutions, and I love doing this Fiscal Talk show because this is a place where we learn about important fiscalization topics from the experts. Today, help me introduce my dear colleague and our legal consultant, Alexandra Marinkovic. Alexandra, welcome to Fiscal Talk.
Hi, Theodora. Hi, everybody. I guess that you like doing this fiscal talk, but I also like being your guest here on every occasion.
Well, thank you very much. It's great to hear that, 100%. And when people do what they love, then you have to have a great end result. And that is us doing this show for everyone who is interested in fiscalization topics and who need to maybe finish their fiscalization process, or in this case, needs more information about one very important topic for all parties that are in B2C commerce activities involved. In this case, I would love to mention that you are our legal expert who has done huge research on this topic, and you'll be sharing your knowledge about One Stop Shop with us in the past few episodes. To everyone who is watching us today for the first time, definitely check out previous episodes. Alexander covered important topic like what were the main challenges before the One Stop Shop was introduced, how those challenges were solved. We covered important One Stop Shop schemes. We covered who is a taxable person from a One Stop Shop perspective. And today we are also covering one very important topic. Alexander, are you ready?
Always.
Oh, that's great to hear, 100%. So basically, like I mentioned before, it is important to understand certain terms in details in order to be able to understand and comprehend a complex topic like this one. So today, please, Alexandra, help us understand what is the electronic interface from the one-stop shop perspective and who is the deemed supplier.
Yes, but in the beginning, I must say that these are new terms from the perspective of the VAT directive, and they were introduced in this manner with the newest rules or newest additions to the EU VAT directive. So basically, taxable persons who facilitate distance sales of goods through the use of electronic interface are now involved in the collection of VAT on those sales. What is important is to understand who or what an electronic interface is. So electronic interface is a marketplace, a platform, portal, or a similar mean of selling or actually being part of e-commerce. So it can be any current or future technology which would allow concluding the sales electronically. The new legal provision that has been introduced in the VAT directive provided that these taxable persons are deemed in certain circumstances to make the supplies themselves and now are liable to account for VAT on these sales. Therefore, this is also referred as the deemed supplier provision.
Mm-hmm. The question I have is to please help us differentiate the supplier and the deemed supplier, so we are clear on it.
Okay, but there is also a third, let's say, term, that's the underlying supplier. So we have supplier, the underlying supplier, and the deemed supplier. And I will go through each and every one. So the supplier is actually the taxable person selling goods or services within the European Union or making distant sales of goods imported from third territories or third countries directly to consumers where the supply was not facilitated by an electronic interface. So supplier directly to the consumer without an electronic interface.
Noted.
Okay. Then we have the underlying supplier. That is the taxable person supplying goods or making distant sales of goods imported from third territories or third countries through an electronic interface. And finally, we have the deemed supplier is a taxable person who is deemed to receive the goods from the underlying supplier and to supply the goods to the final consumer. Thus, a deemed supplier has the same rights and obligations for VAT purposes as the supplier itself.
Okay. Thank you for differentiating these. Definitely a lot of information to take on, but great explanations. The question I have now is, let us learn in which cases the taxable person is a deemed supplier, and tell us, are there any exemptions maybe?
Gladly. So the taxable person facilitating the supply of goods through the use of electronic interface is the deemed supplier in the cases of distant sales of goods imported from third countries or third territories in consignments of an in strict value not exceeding 150 euro, frequently referred to as low value goods. And for in case of supplies of goods within the community by a taxable person not established there to a non-taxable person, both domestic supplies and intra-community distant sales of goods are covered. So these are the scenarios where the taxable person is the deemed supplier.
Okay.
On the other hand, as since you asked for any exceptions, the taxable person facilitating the supply through the use of an electronic interface will not become, so there is a situation when that person will not become a deemed supplier. So for goods in consignments where the in-strict value is exceeding the 150 euro imported in the EU, irrespective of whether the underlying supplier or the seller is where it is established. And also in the case, so for goods which were already released into free circulation in the EU and goods which are located in the EU and supplied to customers in the EU, irrespective of their value and where the underlying supplier and or seller is established in the EU.
Wow, okay.
Yes, that's a lot, I know.
It's a lot, but thank you for this great, concise explanation. And that is one more reason we're doing this Fiscal Talk show. Luckily, we are on video. You can rewind it and watch a few times to actually comprehend this knowledge. So thank you, Alexandra, again for being
Or
my
they
guest today.
can ask and contact and ask us for opinions, answers, and maybe some kind of workshop. So
Absolutely, absolutely. You're 100% right. And I'm really happy you said that because I'm usually the one inviting our audience to leave a comment or impression or a question. And of course, your whole team loves being in contact with clients, and you are. So 100%, everyone who was watching us today, definitely write us an email, and we are looking forward to getting in touch with you. Until next time, since we came to the end of this Fiscal Talk show as well, I would love to invite everyone also to check out our fiscal portal, our unique online fiscal library with all the important fiscal documents, news, and updates that can help you have an excellent fiscalization process. I think that's it for today. And Alexandra, I think we can definitely say goodbye to everyone until next week.
until next time.
I like that better. You're right. Thank you, everyone. Bye bye. We'll see you soon.
Bye, everyone.